Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Trinity. I do lifestyle and spirituality content, and if that interests you, you might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. But if you're not new here, welcome back. So today I am here with my friend Ari.
Hey.
And my friend Mari. It's like, it'd be so funny because I'm like Ari, Mari, Ari. Like, it's a lot. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
Gemini rising.
Like, bitch, caught off guard. Like, fuck. I'm Ari. I'm a designer. I also have a podcast. You can follow me on IDK Aria.
Yeah, it'll be in the description. And Mari.
What's up, y'all? Y'all know me. Y'all know the kid.
You already know who it is.
You already know who it is. But on the real though, this your first time meeting me. I'm a pretty chill person. I work.
This bitch has no pants
I'm
on,
a
so
student.
she gotta be chill. Like.
I don't have on pants, but I do have on this spider tattoo.
This nigga just want to show her new
I know.
tattoo.
Yes.
She's like, yeah, it up.
Yes.
That's understandable.
But yeah, you can. I'm also a writer. I write poetry. You can follow me on Instagram at mah.ari. That's Mari239, and then my poetry page is 2_MJCB.
I feel like I often talk about my friends on my videos, and it really just be me. So it's like, if you're new, you're probably like, do these friends even exist? Like, what's going on? So I was like, we gotta come back with a video with these two hoes in particular on the channel, because we are the Slut Dragons, and we're gonna get
No, we are not.
Yeah. But yeah, so today we are here to talk about how we are not Captain Save a Hoe. And Ari recently said this like a few days ago, and I was like, this is a great title for like a YouTube video, a podcast, just honestly a girl talk, because I think it's so important that a lot of young people reach out to me in general, just asking for like all kinds of advice, whether it be relationship, sexual health, like just intimacy, things like that. And it's like, we gotta learn how to navigate these spaces while also acknowledging the fact that we are our own individuals, and we should be meeting somebody who is on our same level as we work on ourselves and proceed through our self-development, journey. So we always enjoy talking about that. I feel like every conversation we have it either be funny as hell or be spiritual as hell, like, and most times it even be a mix between the two. So yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about today. We've got a few bullet points that we wanted to start off with. So the first, I feel like we should maybe give like a preface as to how this conversation even came up, with us having to acknowledge the fact that we are not Captain Save a Hoe. What relationship did y'all have that had you really have to step back and realize, I am not Captain Save a Hoe? Take it away, Penny. I can start off about mine.
Such a way with words.
I'll start off with mine. The
Exhausted.
one that happened for me. Who were we talking about when you said that? Was it?
I'm not Captain Save a Hoe.
Was it Scorpio? We're gonna call Scorpio. Was it him? We were talking about one of my previous.
I don't remember.
It might have been all three. Goddamn,
I mean,
y'all.
I don't know if we said Captain Save a Hoe, but I mean that fits the theme very well for yours.
Yeah. Okay. So recently, this past year, 2021, I have dealt with 3 different niggas. Right?
Don't be embarrassed.
The first one, it's just funny. The first one was what are we gonna call this nigga?
I don't.
Semen retention. Split. This she loves talking
Semen
about his
retention?
multiple.
No.
We're not just gonna speak.
No, wait. No. Do you want to just
yo?
call them by their zodiac signs?
Yeah. Anyway, so I fucked with a Leo from January to March, April. One of those. That nigga was spiritual. He was the first spiritual nigga I fucked with, but he was emotionally like avoidant. Yeah, like that was a very strange predicament for me to be put in, because it was very unlike anything that I had experienced before. But the dude I was messing with after him was very short-lived. He was a Taurus. He was a beautiful skater boy. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, bitch, when we went to my sister's
we love
room,
skater boys.
Didn't you see me on that nigga's account?
I just looked at you like, I know.
No.
Ancestral side eye.
Like,
No, Cab. I was scolding her like, is this a Taurus thing? Is this fucking what? I just turned around and said, you know what? It's okay. We're drunk. We're lit. I'm not even gonna entertain this right now. It's okay.
Yeah. So he was flighty and like I don't know. Like how would y'all describe him?
Inconsistent.
Yeah.
Not even really consistent to me.
That nigga was never really consistent. Like we hung out one time that he initiated, and then after that, like I would have fucked that nigga the first night. I don't care. But like after that, like it was just hard for us to like really link up. Like we both be working, but it was like he was working and not willing to like really like make time for me. Mm-hmm. And then the nigga after that was actually a nigga that I used to fuck with when I was younger. That was really cool. But we are completely different, and it was just interesting for me to have to learn how to navigate being with him and in his space, because we were both raised very differently is what I'm really gonna say about that. But after them three, I kind of just was like, why do I keep being dealt niggas that are like weird with their emotions, emotionally unavailable, emotionally avoidant? And like they all said the same things to me. All three of these guys said something along the lines of like why do you like me, or like wow, like I'm just kind of surprised that you're here with me, knowing you and your status, and like you're really kind of popular, like you got so many other options, why are you here with me? And in the same breath they'll be like complimenting the fuck out of me. So it's like you do these things and yet you still messed it up, and you still didn't want to like put your best foot forward. So that was kind of my Captain Save-A-Ho moment.
Also, when guys say that, that's a red flag. Because they feel like they're not worthy.
We gotta talk about red flags.
Oh, okay, yes,
more.
Definitely.
Waving.
But they feel like they're not really worthy to be in your presence, and they know they're not on your level. They don't meet your vibration. So then when they say that, run.
It's one thing to be like, what do you like about me? Because some people, understand that. That be, I'm insecure and I want to sabotage.
Yeah.
Well, not want to, but I'm going to end up sabotaging you. So.
Yeah.
Red flag.
So my Captain Save-A-Ho, can't be Captain Save-A-Ho moment. It was a situation that I had with a Taurus for 8 months, and I was just like trying to overextend myself so much, and they were just not giving anything. Nothing at all. And I was like running my emotions, running myself into the ground. This person was like so nonchalant when I would express myself. They'll just be looking at me like, why are you so emotional? Like we had totally like different viewpoints at the time, and I was just like frustrated. But for some reason I felt like I couldn't leave the situation because I wanted to like help them. I wanted to like help them see the light. But I would say that was now a meaningful connection to me, because like I wouldn't have realized like my independence in that moment and what I offer and what I value for myself. And so it made me open my eyes to like all the possibilities of being my authentic self and showing that to somebody else. Yeah,
I love. It's just like these things do still happen for a reason.
Yeah, it is very much for a reason. Like at first I was frustrated, but then I was like, wow, I get the reason. Yeah.
Because it's honestly, it's like, how else would we have learned these lessons? Like, people sit here and tell you things over and over again, and we be stubborn. Like,
yeah, so the universe be like, okay, bet.
All right, bet. We're going to bring a fine ass little something in there.
Test the ground.
But the gag is,
this is your karmic. It's going to teach you lessons, my guy.
Karmic contract. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Bro, sometimes I'll be like, I'm done. Okay.
Yeah, this is not fun. I'm not having fun anymore.
I'm not. Were we ever at this point? Well, no, we weren't. Because it's like the oblivious part of all of that. It'd be so fun until it is fun until it's not.
The oblivious part be fun.
And then I think like with me, I have situations where I learn the lesson. Then I have another situation where I have to apply the lesson.
Yes.
So what happened was, I can say 2 relationships where it was like I can't be Captain Save-A-Ho, and that was with my first relationship, and like it was that situation of believing in potential and not letting that go, and like really believing in the person because you can see that they can do it. And the thing is, like, what I would usually run into is I would see the person give what I need or what I'm wanting from the relationship, and it's like they do it once or twice. Basically, it's not balanced of the time they don't do it compared to when they do it. So I'm like, yes, I've seen you do this action or this type of whatever I need in a relationship, so I know you can do it. This isn't potential. Like, no, it wasn't. It was potential in the end. And that was, with that specific person, like, I realized that to this day, this person still contacts me and is like, oh, like, can we be cool again? Can we be cool? And I'm just kind of like, I'm not, first of all, I'm not comfortable. I'm traumatized by you. So it's just like, I don't want to do that. But at the same time, it's like, you're still in the same lesson 2 years ago. That's why I can't do this. We can't, it's not going to work. We're going to end up clashing. And I'm going to get to a point where it's like, I may want to save you because of that soft spot you have. I had for you. So it's like, no. So then it took me a long time to learn that lesson. And then I got into a relationship again at the beginning of this year. I got into a relationship at the beginning of this year, and I wouldn't say it was short-lived. It was actually like pretty good. It was fun until it wasn't fun. This person, they were in Aries. This person, as soon as like stuff started to get serious and we realized that like, we do have feelings for each other, it kind of went to shit. One, because I was practicing polyamory. So, and they weren't. And I mean, one thing about when I'm dating somebody, I always like let them know it is okay if you don't agree or you don't think this will work for you, because it's not for everybody, and that's fine. However, this person kept saying, yes, it's okay, and kind of like throwing themselves, and then like would get mad when I'm like, okay.
But also, I've noticed with that, like when I'm completely honest with the person there, they always think it's a mind game, especially with men.
Yes.
They think, oh yeah, she's lying, she don't really mean this.
Really?
Bro, I mean what I say. If you want to talk to other people, let me know so I can.
And
I would do the same. Like,
Not
it's
for real.
okay, it's not that serious. But guys be like, oh, she's trying to cuff. Oh my God, she wants to marry me? No.
No.
Just be honest. Like, they are not honest at all. And when you try to be honest with them,
That species.
it's like they run, or they either try to like hide things from you, and it's just like, why?
Exactly.
Like, it's no reason to do that.
Or like just like you said, the honesty. Like when I told them I was, involved with other people. When I was involved with other people, like they were like, okay. Or like whenever I would tell them, they'd be like, I don't blame them. Like, I like you, so why would I look at them sideways for seeing the same thing in you that I see? So I'd be like, okay, so you understand.
Like that.
But then this same night, this person calls me and it's like, I just want to know what your intentions are with me. And I'm like, what do you mean? I just cried telling you I really like you. And it was just kind of like, huh? And then like, it just kind of went downhill from there. And like, when we would argue, one thing about me, that's like a big deal breaker with me. When we argue and we're upset with each other, I look at how you treat me more, because it's like, do you still understand that you have love or respect more than anything for me in the midst of that moment? Like, I'm not going to say you can't snap because we're human, but like paying attention to the patterns. So, yeah. And then I told this person, I'm like, it's just not my responsibility to figure out your emotions for you or for you to present them or anything. Like, you're obviously troubled about how you truly feel. And because of your past experiences and how you were brought up, you think, honestly, as a man, like, you're supposed to just let the woman be right and that's it. And it's like, no, I want to hear where you're coming from. And it's like, you won't tell me the truth because all this other stuff. And it's like, I can't save you from that. You're going to have to learn that on your own. So I
Peace out.
With the cake, just...
It's so interesting because, like, looking at these situations now, I know for a fact when I'm in somebody's life for a reason. Like, I can acknowledge, like, this person, like, even though they're not here in my life anymore, like, because my thing was, I had a really hard time, like, wanting to go back and, like, rekindle old relationships just because it was comfortable because it's what I had already known. And especially with the YouTube stuff and everything kind of blowing up, like, a lot of people know who I am. It's like I was finding more comfort in people from my past because they knew me before all of this. So it was so it was like, now I can, like, really assess, like, these people who are not coming back in my life, and people who honestly want to be in my life now, like people who have reached out to me and have tried to rekindle our relationship, and I really just had to be like, no, because now not only did you get to experience my energy at one point in time, But you can honestly see the self-development all over my social medias. So it's like, now you can sit here and be like, what did I learn from experiencing this girl? Even if it was not romantic, you know, even if it was just a friendship, you know, I feel like it's still worth, you know, the self assessment. Yes. Real quick before we go on to the next topic, I wanted to shout out a small black owned brand. It's called the Honeycuff Co. So I wanted to show you guys her jewelry. We'll take a picture and show you them closer up. But the Honeycuff Co. is like a small black owned business, and they make really cute nose cuffs, all kinds of jewelry, necklaces, bracelets, all kinds of stuff like that. I really like the nose cuffs, and you guys can get a 20% off discount with my code Trinity. I'll put it up here and in the link in the description box down below.
I know, right?
You guys can click my affiliate link down there and use Trinity for 20% off. We're gonna keep going on now. But Mari, you said bitches be dumb.
Elaborate,
please, because
have y'all seen that tweet? It's on Twitter. It's like, I don't support all women. Some of you bitches are just really dumb. So, and I mean, like, that's not even just like people you're in a relationship with. It's just people in general. Yeah. And like, that doesn't have to be just somebody you're in a relationship with. It doesn't have to be specifically a girl. It could just be like anybody. Some of y'all are really dumb. And I've hit a point, like, I think saying like I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho is equivalent to I'm not making excuses for anybody. Because it's like we're at a point where it's like, nah. Because I've recognized with a lot of people now, like, if you can hit a point where you're aware of what you're doing and you're still actively choosing not to, I'm just like, I can't do that. Because it's one thing if it's subconscious. Yeah. Because it's like, okay, I can learn that and then try to work with it, but eventually I have to set a boundary. But if you are actively like, I'm still going to do this though, because this is just me, I don't want no parts. Because it's like, you don't want good for yourself. So why do I think I would get good from you or growth or any of that from you? So that's where I'm coming from as far as that. It's just like, I would say with like relationships with friends, family, of course. Definitely family. Like just people in general. Hell, even fucking coworkers, even though like they're not like my friends, it's just somebody I've interacted with. I'm just not making excuses because I'm not finna drive myself crazy because you driving yourself crazy. You crazy
shouldn't have to.
And I won't. Yeah. And I won't. And I know, like, I guess this is like more so Slut Dragons, but like, yeah. It's just, I think that like a lot of stuff that we can apply like to just this, we can apply to life in general. Especially now. Like I feel like it's been too much of an energetic shift. For people to just still, be on the same shit. It's just like, no.
Even though media be media, there's still some spiritual shit on everybody's timeline. Like, y'all niggas are aware. Like, TikTok, even though they kind of, what's the word? Not marginalized, but, like, made it...
Censored?
No, not even censored, but, like, over-popularized many aspects of it. Like, I don't want to see Sage in 5 and Below. Like, I don't want to see that shit. No. But, like, even though there's some aspects like that, like, you niggas know what's up. Like, you know what holding yourself accountable is.
I also feel like media has made sometimes, like, certain aspects of spirituality very narcissistic. Like, for example, I think that people take projection, like, a little too far.
What do you mean?
Like, I've seen situations where somebody's like, not, oh, you're this or you're that, but it's like, hey, this bothers me, this makes me uncomfortable, and not like in a way of like you're actually functioning your insecurity. It's just like, hey, this is causing a dysfunction in the relationship. This is making me not as comfortable or whatever around you, and it's like, no, that's on you. It's just like
interesting. But see, you know what?
Do you think that's like projection?
No, I have.
It's not that I don't think that it's projection. I just think that like when somebody is telling you that, to an extent, it can be projection because it's like this. I feel this kind of way because of my own experience. But like for you to just shun them away and be like, that's just how you feel, instead of like, especially with somebody you have an actual relationship with. I feel like people, as far as like on TikTok or social media, has just been like, no, it's nothing wrong with you. And it's like, no, it's not that. Like everybody has to have self-reflection. And that's, like all of us have flaws, and it's not like an antagonizing thing. Just literally you did what you had to do at one point in time. To understand things. Like I think that because people are so used to like feeling wrong, they're gonna do everything to feel right. And it's like to the point where now it's out of balance. I don't think it's a right or wrong thing. I think it's just an imbalance or out of balance.
That's why.
I don't see it like
that's why sometimes I get conflicted with that, because like with me being a Gemini, I know you can relate. Both y'all can relate, like feeling the duality of everything. Yes. So it's like if somebody sits here and tries to tell me about myself, there are some times where I'm like, okay, yeah, this person is right, but there are other times where it's like I'm kind of questioning, and I'm like, is this like unless if it's like is this me? It's probably most likely not me. But you know, there's sometimes people say certain shit about you where you're just like, you kind of like think about it a little longer than you might normally. Rather if it was from like somebody completely random. It's like how am I to distinguish if this is how I act as, you know, as a person, rather than this person is literally just projecting.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, like that's been my main
concern. Are you trying to find like pointers of like which one is it?
Because sometimes it's like I be confused on what aspects to work on within myself. Because it's like, of course, I'm always striving to be a better version of myself, but it's like I still do have negative tendencies, and I try to evaluate that as much as I can. But sometimes I do need external opinions, because I'm like, I don't know. Like when I was a kid, like I didn't know, my people will always say I had a fucking attitude, and that's like normal. But like I just didn't. Like it wasn't that I had an attitude. I just had a resting bitch face. Bitch, I was in on what the fuck kind of bullshit was going on my dad's side and my mom's side from an early age. How can I not have a resting bitch face around y'all? I've been fed up since I've been in the womb. Like I could hear my dad yelling at my mom in the womb. Like I don't want to be here. Like, but it wasn't like I had a specific issue, you know, or attitude. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that I have always, you know, wondered, but I think that the answer kind of would be more so listening to your intuition and like coming back to self.
And that's usually how I do it, especially like with shadow work and going back to self. Sometimes I'd be like, wait, this isn't me. This is their projection of fear onto me and what they're trying to do to me. Then I'll be like, okay. But like you said, sometimes I do be like, wait,
is that me?
Is that me? I think more so with projection.
Yeah.
I think more so with projection is when like they're stuck on this is what this is and that's it. Like, I see this a lot in media. Naomi Campbell. A lot of people are like, she's intimidating, and she's like, that's how you feel about me. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you functioning to go with this notion? And then it's like, but you do come off like that. And it's like, no, you feel intimidated by me. That doesn't mean that I am that. You know, exactly. And then like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna say that Naomi Campbell is intimidating, but I mean, she is like a supermodel, and she knows her worth, and she's a black woman, and we got that pressure like that. So it's like, you know, she walking in the room, I might just be like, oh shit, you know, it's her.
Yeah, but, you know, people expect her to not be who she is and not to love herself.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of like when you get a chance, because I feel like sometimes like people explain that like, no, that's not the truth, or like resting bitch face. I feel like everybody's went through that. I don't have an attitude, it's just literally my face. And they're like, nah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I think that's kind of like a pointer of seeing it, because then it's like, I've done everything that I can. Like, that's not what I am. I feel like everybody usually responds like, if that's not what you're doing, then it's not. Of course, if you probably get offended, it may be something. It might be a trigger that's a teacher, of course, and you'll have to just examine that on your own. But yeah, that's what I think the pointer is. Just look at how like hard they're going to try to prove something, because then it's like they're trying to prove something within themselves, and they talking to a mirror. They ain't talking to you at that point. They talking to themselves.
Interesting. The next topic was being raised by pick-me's.
Oh my god. Yo, Trinity.
Not us. We all say that because we got stories, my nigga.
Pick-me's, like y'all mom. Like, can you want to start off with that? Can you explain a little?
Yeah,
your mom is definitely. Your mom is a pick-me. Yeah. No, I'm listening. I'm ready.
Oh my god, I had a whole tarot reading about this. Tarot, sorry. Tarot reading about this. Troy was like, you're literally a pick-me. And I said, huh?
Oh.
I said, me?
The mirror.
No cap. I said, wait, huh? And then when he explained it, I was like, my upbringing literally made me a quote-unquote pick-me to, okay.
Describe, can you define what that means?
Oh, a pick-me for like in my situation. In my situation, a pick
Well,
me.
well, just in general, like both. So, what is a pick me? And then I can go to Urban Dictionary. A pick me is a woman that is willing to do anything for male approval. She will embarrass or throw other women under the bus to achieve this goal. The unfortunate thing about a pick me is usually the men they are trying to seek approval from are poor quality and treat women badly, leaving really little benefit for the pick me.
Yes. So I wasn't the stereotypical definition of a pick me, because I wasn't tearing other women down, but I was seeking out validation from other people. And like pick me, like overextending myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me to actually be a pick me, it was my upbringing by my mom and my dad both being emotionally unavailable and emotionally unintelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that conditioning of wanting their love and affection over years, it like seeped down into my pores. So it's like I'm working through those limiting beliefs. So that just took me back when he told me I was a pick-me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So I had to like really deep dive and was like, okay, well, I have to work on the limiting beliefs that I had, the relationship with my mom, like trying to seek validation with her, approval with her over the years. And I'm like, wow. And it seeped down into my relationships with my friends, my other family members, like me wanting to like always overextend myself even when I had nothing to give to myself. Yeah. Yeah.
That was fire. How you described that? Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I was like revelation, like down. I was like, okay, bet. So now that I work through this, it's like I have seen the results of like my trial and error and me like working through my limiting beliefs. Like I'm attracting the people that I'm supposed to attract now because that part of me is like worked on. That validation. I'm not seeking validation in others anymore. So. Yeah, but it was very subconscious. Like, I didn't even know I was doing it at the time.
Yeah. Because I feel like your natural deflection would be, I'm not a pick-me.
Yeah.
Especially with you as a person.
Yeah, like, y'all know me. Like, I was like, Troy, what?
Yeah.
I said, he was like, wait. I was like, explain this.
Shout out to Troy, man.
I know, shout out to Troy. We love you, Troy.
I'm gonna book with you soon, Josh.
Yeah, nigga, hop on, nigga.
Hop on the wave. But yeah, he really opened my eyes, and I was like, okay, let me sit down and listen. Let me put my ego to the side and be like, okay, what is he talking about? Because I'm intrigued.
So interesting. So interesting because I too have a problem with self-validation. It's like even when I am simply asking how does this outfit look, I feel like I should be able to validate that within myself already. Like not like I feel like I asked for some, and have I cut back on that? I feel like I've cut back on asking y'all.
But it wasn't an issue. But I get from your standpoint, like why am I asking her what to wear today?
Exactly, like not even necessarily in what to wear. It was like in every aspect of my life, I was constantly like asking y'all for y'all's.
How does this look? Look okay?
Yeah, like FaceTime and it's like, what about this accessory? Like, what about this?
Yeah, but it was over. It was too much. But how was your experience being?
I think it was a little different, and I hope I don't sound weird when I say it because so like all of us is obviously brought up in the church. You know how it was always like basically 1950s gender roles, man being in the household and all of that.
That wasn't my shit, but yeah.
Yeah, but pretty much like I've always been brought up, you know, for starters, everything I was supposed to do was for a man. Or like it would have to result somehow in a man, or like how I carried myself. Like, for example, I always get fussed at for burping. Y'all know my burps are atrocious. And I ain't even gonna sit there and act like they're not. But like even if I did you know what I'm saying? Even if I did it or like you pass gas or something, it's like so frowned upon. How do you expect to find a husband? First of all,
they literally said that shit to you?
Or a boyfriend, or you know that's not cute. I'm not trying to be, as a woman, I'm not trying to be cute all the damn time.
Bro, why can't we just be like why can't we just
exist? Exactly.
Just be.
Can I just
be here?
I don't want to be nothing. Just be, like, for real. But I'm recognizing, like, with the growth of that, and like just being taught that, I had to humble myself. I think that my expectations were too high.
Of what?
of what I wanted, and I'm not saying like I'm settling, because I'm not, but I'm saying I was so confident that I was insecure. Like, how do I say it? Like, I was so confident that I was insecure because it was like I was taught that I was on this pedestal. And then I'm like, don't get me wrong, I am on a pedestal. I will put myself on that. But I feel like when I was always looking for a person or just people around me, and that doesn't have to be just relationships, where it's like they gotta be on this level, and I'm like, I'm not even on that level. I'm not even there. I'm just dreaming to. Or like, maybe I want this person around me so they can actually motivate me to do my own shit when I could just do it myself. And I'm like gotten to a point, like as far as like when I view relationships, I want a person that loves themselves and shares that with me, and I'll do the same with them. That's all I really want. Of course I want other things, but it's like at the core. Like if we ain't have to worry about them having a job or capitalism or like any of that shit, I want this from you. I want you to love yourself so that you can love me, and I will love myself so that I can love you, and we can share this, and it can just be a big ball of love. Like that's what I want. So, and I was thinking about it, like I'm like, damn, I want someone to be on the level as me or on another level as me, because it's like I can show it gives me a Sonder element for real. I just got that tatted. It gives me a Sonder element for real, because it's like I can look at that person actively working to be a better person, and I'm like, I can show compassion to them because I can show it to myself. Like I literally feel like I'm looking at myself. I'm dating myself. Like I'm dealing with that. So I feel like in that aspect, that's one aspect. Of course, it was kind of like the being conservative and all that, and we seen what that got me. We seen
the least conservative bitch I know, like for real. Hey mom.
Hi. But yeah, for real, like that. I'm thinking like that's like the pick me part. Like I got my shit together. No, I don't.
Interesting.
I don't. But I am actively working on it. Like
that's like crazy that you said that, because I realized that people are essentially like mirrors of us, like of ourselves. So it's like, it'd be like, dang, I got so much work to do, but you're not gonna attract that until you're exactly that embodiment of what you want to be.
No, fucking for real, because I tweeted some shit. I said something about like, why do I keep being dealt with, why all the niggas I like gotta be weird or some shit like that. But somebody was like, everyone is a reflection of you, or like people just saying different variations of that. And I was like, I get that. Like, it's fine. But I'm talking about, like, not niggas who dress different. Not niggas who present themselves in a unique manner. I'm talking about the niggas who are emotionally avoidant and flighty. And then I was like, am I emotionally avoidant?
I think it's
because I know that I'm flighty. Because I have a Gemini Venus, and Troy was like, you're flighty. Like, you can be and I am, like, and it don't be necessarily intentional. If I like you, it's different. Yeah. But it's like, I still want to retreat back to self. Like, my flightiness isn't out of disdain. It's out of me wanting to be independent.
But there's somebody that can match that.
Yeah.
And will understand your flightiness is like just you want to retreat.
So maybe those people come in so you can understand that more. Because it's really easy to look at that as just a flaw or like as advice.
But like with the Taurus, like that nigga was flighty, but he was overworking himself. So it's like I don't. Oh my God, I was doing that too. Not the mirror.
It fucking broke. We're having realizations.
No.
Yo, the ancestors are like, we got her. We got her.
Our spirit gods are just standing around like,
angel numbers. Let's go.
That was 222 for you. 444 for you.
They're like, no, they're all applauding.
Yes.
Whoa.
Like she finally got it.
Yeah.
Literally. Wow.
That's
literally. And you wanted to go back. You can't even do that because you're not in that same.
That nigga had a big dick. That nigga had a big dick, bro. Fuck.
Wow.
Damn, that's wild.
That's crazy. I think it's also like people say, yeah, you are what you attract, but I think you like, you are what you entertain.
Okay.
Because it's like you were entertaining him even after this was bothering you. And it was like, you were entertaining that, you were also entertaining overworking. and then being flighty in that way. Even though your intention, of course, is just to be independent. Probably his intention as well, but it was just like, no. Right in your face. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's
to catch that on camera.
Wow. My mind.
I know the aura behind us is like,
oh my God.
Yo, that's fucking insane.
She's crazy.
Oh my God. Anyway, the next topic.
I don't want to talk about it.
She's like, I got to process.
We were talking about the cons of being healers and empaths, and also red flags. Like we're gonna put that two in one.
Let's start this topic off with, y'all be looking for partners. Y'all be looking for mother figures, assistants, butlers, maids, nurses, nigga, all that. Let's dive. I'm gonna let y'all divulge into that. Stay with that. Think with that. Let it fester in your system, cause that's what y'all be looking for. And I'm gonna say that more so among men. No,
it could be anybody.
It can be anybody. I've experienced it more with men, but I have experienced it with women. There was this one dude I was messing with, and I just remember, like, what was it? He was just like, I just want this person to cook, clean for me.
What?
And do this and that.
That nigga want a mom.
That's what I'm saying. And it's just like, oh God, like, what are you giving me? Like, for all of this.
Like, good dick ain't even worth all that. I mean,
no,
it's not.
It's not. She said, wait.
Oh my God.
She said maybe.
But like, I ain't finna mother you, man.
Oh, okay.
Yo, like, I actually wrote a line in a poem that I never finished one time, and it literally said, I don't want kids, but I sure do be mothering these niggas.
Ooh.
Literally.
All these bitches is my sons.
All these bitches is my sons. Like, why? No, but like, if you really think about it, if you really assess, like, Mari, while you're like, you're still searching for your personal space, like, house-wise, you mother the fuck out of niggas. Me, I had the space, and I had the emotional availability to literally, like, with fucking Leo, with that nigga, like, that nigga would literally wake up in my arms like a fucking child. And y'all know how that nigga came across to other people, a different, avoidant ass nigga.
Also, I seen something on Twitter today, and it was actually super funny. They was like, cuffing season's about to come up. Hide your house. Like, tell these...
Hide your apartments.
Bro,
yes.
You be homeless.
Hide
it.
Hide your house.
Hide your house.
Hide your house.
Hide the motherfucking number.
Because they will literally try to cuff you just
like,
to sleep over, like, because they don't have nowhere to stay.
Weird. No, that reminds me of fucking...
Stop.
Well, yeah. That nigga is very much. It's the way that he said he had sex with a girl and she pulled up my YouTube channel right after and started watching me.
Yes. That shit was crazy.
Let's go.
His reaction when he dropped the pencil, it was just like, yeah, nigga. Yeah.
This is it.
You don't know who you fucking with, man. You don't know. But like,
literally,
man, being raised an empath, that shit is just...
Oh my God.
Bro, it is like, like, I was reading about my 12th stellium, and it's like, like, me and Bronx was talking about, I gotta call them, but Bronx was telling me briefly about it, and I did some more research. Hey Bronx. What's the opposite of empath?
Energy vampire.
No, hold on. No.
I was about to talk about that though. Being an empath.
Yeah, I think being an empath, you come across a lot of emotional vampire or energy vampires.
Yes, I do. And I've had to learn how to like withhold my boundaries. Like, no, I can't talk to you. No, I cannot take this information on right now. Like, it's been really hard.
Are you in the space with someone's
it's been a battle, bro. Because it's like, they think because I'm an empath or because I'm emotionally intelligent, I could just take on their energy, and that doesn't mean that.
But no, that makes total sense. Like, even when we were talking about, when we're talking about our friends, like, I would like to date somebody like y'all. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I literally said that. I was like, if I don't have somebody like y'all, I'm not dating them.
No, which is completely right. And that's why I'm so interested in, like, you and
Alejandro. That's how I remember her name, bro.
Can we get a code name for her? Like,
Alejandro. She's not.
Murder.
Judas.
'Cause I like
but
her
like,
name.
I was looking at her fucking her little book collection, and I was like,
Bro, we send each other podcasts, my guy. Like
that shit is fucking
that's
hard.
what I like.
No, like that is so
we
interesting.
reread the same books.
Yeah.
No, that is so interesting. To
But
me.
literally, when I opened up and was like, okay, I'm not gonna be emotionally unavoided anymore, or
Emotionally,
I was working on my heart chakra. So once
Uh-huh.
I opened that up, boom, right there, literally handed to me on a silver platter.
What do I need to do? Goddamn.
Like
So
she's
interesting.
literally like y'all, so caring.
Interesting. Yay.
Yes. I know progress.
Oh God, 'cause Jesus Christ. Have
Bro,
we
I had
been
not a hot
close?
girl summer, bro.
Last thing, red flags. Like, what are y'all's red flags when you're coming across someone new?
Dumping on me.
Yeah. Dumping.
Yeah.
Dumping or like not opening up at all.
Oh yeah.
Being on those ends of the spectrum, like
Yeah.
anything else in between, I can take it.
Yeah,
You
I
just,
think we've
like-
got to have a good middle with everything.
Yeah,
Like,
have a good balance.
have a great.
Like I really am so glad. Like a lot of people around me, and just like a lot of people in general, are learning. Like, do you have the space? Are
Yeah.
you in the space to,
That's a
because
simple question.
it's so easy. And the thing is because it's like, you confide in your friends, like that happens, but we have to understand we are still human beings, and like, if we're so irritated about our parents putting their trauma on us, and then like we'll turn around and emotionally dump on our friends, and it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, of course we don't know no better, but hey, pay attention to that shit.
Interesting. People who don't have friends. That is a red flag to me. Oh my.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to be your everything. And it's also like, why don't you have friends? Like, some people are like what excuses have I heard in the past? Like, they don't really like get along with people. It's like, bro, my first love, the first girl I ever fell in love with, like,
She be like, I don't like bitches, right?
What was her excuse? Like, she was like, she couldn't, like, she didn't really like to, like, the only way that she could confide in somebody was like romantically. Like, she couldn't really have you there as a friend, because she felt like it would end, because like, well, she wasn't consciously aware of this, but like, her attachment style was like romantic. It's like, you can give me emotional connection and sex. Oh, what else? What do I need someone else for? Like, she was also a Scorpio, so it was like, okay, like, they're like, fuck. So for the most part, but yeah, like, people who don't have friends, that is a very big red flag to me, because it's like, why don't you have fucking friends?
Or like whenever they talk about like their exes or friends in general,
I was
it's
just about to
always
say that.
like
Yeah,
they did
bad.
something. It's never like, okay, this happened. Yeah,
The way they
I
talk
hate when
about
it's
their
always like
exes,
that.
the way they talk about their exes.
It's
It's
so
very,
huge.
very revealing to who they are as a person in general. Very revealing.
Because if you can't look at that person and be like, yeah, we had good times, but this just didn't work out.
Yeah.
But like, to just bash them, it's like either
That's-
you're in a place where you're still like holding resentment for them, and it's gonna get in the way of like you showing our relationship, or you're just not over that person. You're just not over them, and it's like,
or you're just lying about what the hell really happened. You're lying to yourself, most importantly.
Most importantly, definitely that.
That ain't got shit to do with me.
Because I ain't Captain Save-A-Ho.
No,
Full
for
circle
real.
moment.
Full circle.
Save the motherfucking hoe.
Yeah, so like, what do y'all say about how do we heal? How do we heal from this? How do you move forward?
Boundaries.
Fucking boundaries.
Oh my.
Boundaries.
Bro, and it's
Boundaries.
like, yeah. And like, acknowledging what does and doesn't work for you personally. That comes before starting boundaries, because that way you know what boundaries you need to place. Like, I think that's super important. Like, you gotta know
then you can
how
set
you
one.
feel about, you gotta like know how you feel about certain things. Like, really self-analyze. Don't like try to push shit to the side because you care about somebody. Like, that's important for me. It's like, if I need my space, like, I need my space. Like, I can't get too caught up in how you're gonna feel about it. Like, the fuck out.
It's not even, because it's like, I know we don't speak on this person, but they made a statement one day where it was like, people set boundaries. When they tell you that, it's because they want you there. in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I remember this person, like I saw the tweet somewhere, but they're like, yeah, when somebody sets a boundary, it's because please, like, don't take it as like something against you, even though it feels like, you know, you may get your toes stepped on. That's normal because people are not used to boundaries and we're starting to learn them. But like they're saying this because they want you in their life. So it's look at it as that, and like this is how this person needs to function better instead of something personally against you. Stop functioning in your ego it's not about you. So that's another thing. How people heed to the boundaries, like that is such a huge thing. If they are like reacting in anger, that person is reacting in their ego, and they're talking to themselves. They're embarrassed. Like it's so crazy how far people will go when they're embarrassed, especially when it comes to setting boundaries. Like it's so disgusting, and it's like so rude how some people can be. That's a huge red flag as well.
Totally.
Also, I would say to be compassionate with yourself. Like, don't beat yourself up for your past and where you were, but also take it day by day and just acknowledge that you were there and that you can improve.
And that you were doing the best you could with the knowledge you had at the time. That's it. That is it. Even if it was yesterday. Like,
it's okay. Don't beat yourself up.
There's no point in that shit. There's no point. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this podcast / YouTube video. Always remember to follow my guest on their everything. It'll be in the description box down below. Remember to check out the honey pot if you're no, not the honey pot, with the honey.
It's okay. Shit, we need to go there.
No, for a honey co for black owned jewelry. And other than that, you guys will see me in the next video. Peace out.
Follow me to see this tattoo.
Follow her to see this OnlyFans she about to start.
She said, wait.
I have to consult with my partner before I just drop our videos.